Do you have any stories of players telling you about sports impacting their lives after high school?
Yeah, I think I have a lot of them. I mean, one of the things that we talk about in our football program is use football to leverage your life. That means, can football get you to college? I've had players that have had college scholarships from that. Can football help you on a job application? I've had many football players just because of the fact that they were athletes that they were put to the top of the list for jobs. And then I've had football players that have told me that it's made them better fathers, made them better um, friends, made them better husbands, and all that. So absolutely, um, I got tons of stories that could show how sports have helped helped athletes later on in life.
What is the most special part of being a high school coach and young mentor?
I think high school being a coach. I mean, being a coach, it's special because you get to be around a game every day, and you get to do something that you've done since you're a little kid. But being specifically a high school coach, is I think you're right at the beginning of everyone's adult life, and there's a lot of different directions they can go. And if you can positively influence them as a high school coach, it can really launch them in their life.
Do you have any experiences of how high school sports have helped prepare you for adulthood?
Yeah, absolutely. I think high school sports have kind of always been my compass in life where, I wasn't always 100% sure like what I wanted to do, but as I followed my sports path, tons of doors opened. I think it's just something that keeps you kind of grounded and motivated, and then you find out that there's so many other things in life you have, but that sports is driving the car because it's what you love to do.
Have you ever convinced a kid to play a high school sport and they regretted it?
I don't think so. I always say, I know a lot of kids that say, I wish I would have played, but I don't know a lot of say that they wouldn't. I mean, I guess maybe the exception would be if you've been maybe a serious injury that might affect your life later on. But even then, I can think of maybe a couple of kids that had that happen, and they still would trade it all, just to be able to play again. So, no, I think it's just a small window when you get to play high school sports. So the kids that do it, I think that they really are grateful that they did, because it's something that you think about the rest of your life, whether it's talking to your kids or your buddies. It's just a really fun thing to reminisce on, like when you were young and when you were able to play sports. So no, I don't know specifically any kids that regretted it.
Do any of your former players actively contact you today?
Yeah, actually, I have a number of them that sometimes weekly or monthly just check in with me. I mean, there's a lot of joy in that. I always tell them we're doing life together, so anything that I can do to help you, whether it's a reference for a job or just giving you some advice or just being like another type of father figure. But I have some that go back 15 years that still invite me to weddings and still have a part in their life. So it's a cool relationship when you get to coach someone kind of different than you'd even imagine. So, but yeah, a lot of them, dozens of them that still stay in touch with me.
So with all this, the final question is, would you confidently say people who play sports improve in skills needed for adulthood and face challenges that will help them in adulthood?
Yeah, absolutely. I think sports in general are a lot of times a microcosm of the life. Like the lessons that you learn in sports are lessons that you're going to learn in life. And it seems like they're a little bit easier to learn in sports because, there's your attention's really into detail because people love sports because it's competitive, because it's fun. You get to play with your friends. So when something happens in sports, I think it's easy to kind of point to, what's the lesson here, and then that lesson later on can be taken to, whatever. I mean, if you look at some of the greatest leaders, whether it's the president, generals, or, all kinds of high people in society, I think a lot of them would all say that there's lessons they learned in sports helped them in that. So I think it is a big deal.
Thank you for your time.
Yep. Good luck.